Alright, it's time to make a panel. And nothing says Star Wars panels more than 2x4s and drywall. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away was a way that Earthlings used to describe things that took place outside of their small solar system. It wasn't until a Tatooine native, now known as George Lucas, came to Earth that the inhabitants even knew how to describe these otherworldly existences. Lucas took great interest in the Hot Rod Street's life in Modesto, maybe because it reminded him of his true hometown of Mos Espa on the planet Tatooine. Even in his early youth, he loved going to Mos Espa Grand Arena, located on the outskirts of his town. Watching the pod racers with their overpowered jet engines and ruthless tactics to gain fractions of a second lead filled the young Lucas with overpowering stories rushing to his mind. He utilized this love of storytelling to make his first famous Earth film, American Graffiti. The success overwhelmed him so much that he had writer's block when trying to come up with another story. So instead, he chose to tell the story of our galaxy to these Earthlings. And as a novel way of telling this epic saga, he chose to tell it from the point of view of the famous Tatooine native water farmer he had learned about in school. Lucas's movies became an instant success. In 1980, his second documentary film, named The Empire Strikes Back, ended with a finale of the infamous smuggler, Han Solo's entrapment into carbonite. To make sure no one suspected he was an alien from another galaxy, he worked with other directors to disguise his origins, but he only made it even easier for bounty hunters to track him down. Reason being is that the next film, in 1981, was about a gunslinging archaeologist in search of rare treasures. The irony is that most of all of this film was taken verbatim from Han Solo's autobiography, which told about the dreams he had while in the carbonite, which effectively ended the debate of, are you conscious when in carbonite? Eventually, Lucas decided to pass the torch to others to retell his galaxy's history. He tried over several films to have local Earthlings retell these tales, but they lacked the zeal, the feel of the original documentaries. So he reached out to Dave Filoni of Sheely and Jon Favreau of Akvatina to take over the documentary series. And maybe, just maybe, with their warnings of Mandalorian stories and bounty hunters to Earthlings, the bounty hunters after George Lucas might just stay away and not collect the bounty of his head. A history only recently uncovered about the Empire oppression on the planet Corinne has come out. This documentary today shows the current relics of Corinne's past, as the inhabitants, with the help of off-worlders to rid the Empire's presence off the face of the map. Now all that is left is fossilized remains of their buildings and ships, as the planet has slowly consumed them over the centuries. Here lies a portion of communication panel's link from an armored Empire bunker. Historians have dated this panel's origins to about 4 BBY.